Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. Happy New Year's Eve. Coming to you as we always do on New Year's Eve from Strike Zone Alleys in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, coal country. We are down to the top 5. Tournament director Matthew is lining them up. Had some pretty good scores out there today. They bowled on neon. Neon was the pattern, 43 feet, I believe. We had 49 bowlers take to the lanes. I believe there was 26 in scratch and 23 in handicap. We are just about ready to find out who made the top 5. All right, looks like we're just about ready. Are you ready, Matthew? All right, on to Matthew to introduce our 5 finalists in scratch and handicap.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Strike Zone Alleys here in Pottsville, PA for our New Year's Eve Day Classic Final. For the PJBT, our 5-bowler step ladder for today. Time to introduce our 5 finalists in each division, starting with the scratch division. Our number 5 seed from Fredericksburg, PA, Eliza Shirk.
Our number 5 seed in the scratch division from Fredericksburg, Pennsylvania, Eliza Shirk.
She will be taking on our number 4 seed from Lidditz, PA, Isaac Erickson.
Our number 4 seed from Lidditz, Isaac Erickson.
Winner of that first match will advance to gate number 2 to take on our number 3 seed from Annandale, New Jersey, Francis Vitelli.
Your number 3 seed from Annandale, New Jersey. He was our top seed after qualifying, Francis Vitelli.
To the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed from Harrisburg, PA, Dylan Zimmerman.
Dylan Zimmerman, your number 2 seed. He made a 4-9 10th frame of the last game of qualifying to get up to second.
Tournament leader at plus 340 for 8 games from East Brunswick, New Jersey, Sam Bortnick.
And from New Jersey, your top seed, the lefty, Sam Bortnick.
Okay, now it is time to introduce our 5 handicap finalists. Our number 5 seed from Summit Hill, PA, Mason Matrazo.
Mason Matrazo, your number 5 seed in handicap.
In the first match, he'll be taking on our number 4 seed from Lehighton, PA, Isaac Carpenter.
Isaac Carpenter, your number 4 seed.
Our number 3 seed from Orwicksburg, PA, Carter Strauss.
Carter Strauss, your number 3 seed.
Will advance to the semifinal to take on our number 2 seed from Pittsburgh, Maryland, Owen Schatzer.
Owen Schatzer from Maryland, your number 2 seed.
And the semifinal will take on our tournament leader in the title match at plus 390 for 8 games today from Lebanon, PA, Toby Zambra.
And your number 1 seed in handicap, another lefty from Lebanon, Toby Zambra. All right, so that's our top 5 in both scratch and handicap. We will turn the lanes on. It's a regular step ladder today, 5 versus 4, winner bowls 3, winner bowls 2, winner bowls 1. And then we get to go celebrate The ringing in of a new decade. As always, our message board is live and operational. Should you wish to chime in, let me know what you're doing tonight. I can live vicariously through you. So once again, they bowled on the neon pattern today. Not good, Ty. 20th. One thing I used to wonder, since you brought it up, Ty, how good he bowled today. I used to wonder how kids that bowled good in college would come back and bowl PJBTs and never really bowl so good. You have your exceptions, of course, but the vast majority of them, when they would go away to college, they would come back and they just wouldn't bowl good. It's not that they couldn't hit the pocket, they couldn't carry. Well, same thing is going on here. What I learned is on college bowling, especially for the men, they laid out a lot of oil, usually more than 32, 33 mils on the lane, so you really have to learn to come up the back of the ball. So you get used to it, obviously. So when you come and bowl in these tournaments, you're coming up the back of the ball and you just don't carry. Usually on a rec pattern or a house shot, you struggle to carry when you come up the back of the ball. So that's what's going on right now with him. All right, let's look at some scores here. Your number 1 seed in scratch, Sam Bortnick. He was plus 160 after qualifying, which put him in second place. He then went 3-0 in match play to get him to plus 340, your top spot. Dylan Zimmerman, your number 2 seed. He was 5th after qualifying at plus 129. He also went 3-0 in match play. As I said, he converted a 4-9 in the 10th of the last game to get up to second at plus 319. Third, Francis Vitelli. He was first after qualifying at plus 226. He had a 298 game earlier today. He went 2-1 in match play, get him to 312. Good enough for third. Isaac Erickson, your number 4 seed. He was 4th after qualifying at plus 147. He went 2-1 in match play, get him to plus 256. And your 5th and final qualifier, Eliza Shirk. She was 7th after match play at plus 95. She went 2-1 in match play to get her to plus 195. On the handicap side, your top seed, Toby Zambra. He was 4th after qualifying at plus 147. He went 3-0 in match play with 2 impressive games in the 230s, scratch. Got him to plus 390. Owen Schatzer, your number 2 seed. He was 7th after qualifying at plus 123. He went to 3-0 in match play with impressive games, 264 and 258 scratch. Got him to plus 355. Carter Strauss, your number 3 seed local bowler. He was 1st after qualifying at plus 227. Then he rolled games. He went 0-3 in match play, but still good enough to get to 332. So he went 0-3 in match play, and he went from 227 to 332, obviously with 72 pins of handicap. So he still shot over 600 scratch. Isaac Carpenter, your number 4 seed. He was 6th after qualifying at plus 137. He went 1 and 2, got him to plus 316. With his 43 pins of handicap, he still bowled scratch games of 218, 202, 170. And Mason Matrazo, your 5th seed. He was 10th after qualifying, so he was the cut line at plus 58, which means he probably went 3-0, and he did. Winning 2 of his games by a single pin and 2 pins. That got him to plus 266 and your number 5 seed. So there you go. There are your seeds. Once again, our message board live and operational should you wish to chime in. Get some scoreboards.
Yes, correct. Because, right, we got 8 games or more today, and then after the next tournament, where you're at, you'll probably have 8-16 by then. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and then you would use that average unless you would use that average if it's highest. If your league average was higher, then you still use your league average.
All right, so in this first match on the handicap side, Mason Matrazo will be getting 3 pins from Isaac, so basically a scratch match. Our next PJBT tournament, first one of the new decade, 2020, will be coming to you from Heaster's Lane in Reading, Pennsylvania. That's this upcoming Sunday, 10:30 start time, regular singles tournament. Dylan and I do not know who got 10th. I'd have to look. Absolutely not.
Okay, well, my friends, it's time to begin game 1 of our 4-game step ladder finals for today's New Year's Eve Day Classic, presented by Kingler's Boat Shop here at Springstone Alley. On the scratch side, we have number 4 seed Isaac Erickson taking on number 5 seed Eliza Shirk. Isaac has elected to have Eliza start the match on lane 5. On the handicap side, we have number 4 seed Isaac Carpenter taking on number 5 seed Mason Matrazo. Isaac has elected to start the match on lane 7, and the difference in handicap is just 3 pins going to Mason. Okay, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our game 1 matches.
All right, off we go. It looks like on the scratch side, Eliza will be starting, and on the handicap side, Isaac will be starting. Once again, Mason will be getting 3 pins.
Oh. Are you the awards lady today? Hey, at the end of this game, we're going to hand out awards, okay? So get ready.
Eliza starts out with a split. You coming on the stream with me today?
Hey, you want to talk? Look.
What?
Say hi.
There we go. We got a special guest today.
Say hi, everybody.
You gonna call the match with me?
Say hi, bowlers. He's gonna giggle.
She does. And the $200 ham and cheese sandwich that she was selling today. Isaac starts out with a spare. That's Isaac Carpenter. Mm-hmm.
Say hi, everybody. Say hi, bowlers.
Mason also starts out with a split. Isaac Erickson leaving a 4-pin. Let's see what Mason could do. And he gets the 2. My little helper here, this little giggler.
Best announcer ever. She doesn't want to talk.
You sure she's your child? Spare for Isaac. Mason now up, frame 2. I was just going to do the same thing.
Look at that.
Mason leaves a 10-pin, which he converts with ease, right?
Say yes.
These are shiny.
They are shiny. You want to tell everybody what you were selling today?
Don't they look shiny?
The awards are very shiny.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Are you going to hand out the awards?
Daddy.
No, wait.
10-pin for
Daddy.
Isaac Carpenter.
Where's the medals?
We don't have medals today.
Isaac Erickson came in high. He leaves a 3-9.
Hi, Ella, Colton, hold on. Ella and Colton and Brady and Nicole. I can't hear them.
You could hear me, not them. You could only hear what I'm saying.
All right, let Daddy get on there for a little bit. Good job. On to my awards.
Mason comes in high, leaves the 4-7. Hello,
Okay.
Matthew.
And not from the silent department anymore.
trying to say hello to her family out there. Hello, everybody. Good day today for our New Year's Eve Day Classic. Double there for Eliza Shirk. Matrazo misses his spare, 35 in the third. Want to take a moment to wish everybody a happy new year early today. Have a safe and happy new year. Hope to see everybody out at the PJBT in 2020. Hard to believe we started in 1999 and it's going to be 2020 tomorrow. Mason Matrazo comes up high, 3-6-10. And there's a good strike for Isaac coming off the open. Game 1 of our 4-game stepladder finals. There's another good strike for Isaac Carpenter, putting some pressure on Mason after 2 opens. And, oh, and a pocket 7-10 for Isaac Erickson. Tough shot there. So he has struggled on the left lane so far with an open in the second and potentially an open here in the fourth. On the handicap side, Isaac Carpenter, 4-6-7. Erickson gets 1. He'll put 55 in the fourth up. And I have a score change.
And I got the better broadcaster back. She wants your job. As soon as you put it down, she picked it right up.
Wow. But you gotta talk. You gotta tell them what's going on out there. People can't see what's going on. Tell them what's going on.
All right. Eliza Shirk with 3 in a row. She's now going for 4 to open up a pretty big lead. Halfway through, and Daddy, she gets it. Daddy. Mason Matrazo now shooting at a 6-10, and he picks that up. He trails by 39 with the handicap. 33 with the handicap.
Be interesting to see here for Erickson if he makes an adjustment on the left lane. Left lane clearly giving him some problems. There's a good first strike of the match for Mason Matrazo.
He finds himself down 43, Isaac Erickson.
Erickson gets a strike. So the right lane, the lane that has not given him a problem, but it looks like he's going to switch balls on the left lane. So this will be interesting to see what adjustment he can make here. As on the handicap side, Isaac Carpenter comes up light, leaving the 1-2-8.
Which he converts.
Good spare there. Maintains a 23-pin lead. Big shot here for Isaac. See if he can get lined up on this left lane as he makes a ball adjustment. So let's see if that changes what happens here. Isaac leaves the 7-pin on the handicap side. Now let's see what Isaac Erickson does. Better shot, comes up a little light, leaving a 4-pin, but I think he likes that shot better than the ball reaction he got before. So now he'll need to convert and make an adjustment. Good spare there for Isaac Carpenter on the handicap side. And there's a double for Mason Matrazo. So that double will certainly help him put himself back in the match. Erickson picks up his 4-pin. So at the moment, Isaac struggling in the first part of the match to get going, but he can still strike out for 215. But Eliza Shirk on a 278 pace at the moment. She'll look to make it 5 in a row. Meanwhile, Mason Matrazo looking to make it 3 in a row. Ball crosses over, and he's left with just the 6-pin. We got a little wide for Eliza. I think she pushed that one down through the break point there. Fortunate to just come up, leave the 2-pin. She can keep the board clean and keep a good lead. Mason picks up his spare to try to tighten up the match a little bit. Good spare there for Eliza Shirk. And that will give her a 42-pin lead through 6 frames on the scratch side. On the handicap side, Isaac about to finish the 8th frame. He crosses over, leaving the 6-10. So with a spare conversion here, he will maintain a 14-pin lead with 2 frames to go. And he gets the spare. So a 14-pin lead. Oh, I'm sorry, make that an 11-pin lead because of the handicap. So 11-pin lead as they enter the 9th. Isaac with a good shot, but leaves the 10-pin. Meanwhile, Eliza went light again, leaving the 2-pin. She'll look to convert, just keep the board clean, and that's probably really all she needs to do at this point. Good spare. So she's clearly in the driver's seat. Erickson must strike now, pretty much. Miss spare there for Isaac Carpenter. So 155 in the 9th. So that opens the door for Mason Matrazo. And let's see if Mason, oh, he makes, ball comes in high and he gets a very fortunate break there to trip out the 6-pin and only leave the 4-7. Big break there for him as he can now convert that spare. And on a must strike, Isaac Erickson strikes.
So you could still strike out for 215. Yes, 215. Eliza, if she goes 9 spare out, only shoots 213. 212.
And let me point out on the handicap side as we start the 10th frame, Isaac Carpenter can max out at 185. Matrazo can strike out for 184 with his handicap. So he comes down to the 10th frame. But Mason comes up high, leaving the 3-6-10. So we'll see if he can convert. This is the big shot now for Isaac as he has to try to get lined up on the left lane.
And it's interesting, he has to finish on this lane. He chose to finish on this lane.
Good spare there for Mason Matrazo. So with a fill ball strike and handicap, he'll be at 171. That would force a mark out of...
Much better shot there for Isaac.
Would force Isaac Carpenter to get a mark in the 10th to win the match and handicap side. And yes, that was a great shot. Best shot of the match on the left lane for Isaac, clearly. So Mason looking for a good count here. He gets 7. So that'll be 165. So with his handicap, 168. Still forces Isaac to get a mark. Good shot there for Eliza. Striking in the 8th. One more strike will pretty much wrap up the match. And there's a strike for Isaac Carpenter, which will give him the victory. He will take home the victory in match number 1 on the handicap side.
Eliza leaves a 7-pin with a little wiggle, so that match is not over yet.
Okay, so I'm going to let you finish up the match, and then I'm going to head out with my little sidekick, and we're going to give out some awards.
Okay. Eliza makes her spare. Isaac Carpenter finishing up his game. He will shoot 174, so he will win 174 to 168. So we'll turn our attention to the scratch side. That match still isn't over. Once again, Isaac Erickson could strike out, shoot 215, which then would cause Eliza to go strike spare to shoot 216. So, some important shots here for Isaac Erickson. Isaac taking his time. Four-pin. Look, I don't know. That didn't look like a typical Isaac Erickson shot. So now that's basically going to end this match. Spare strikeout for 194. Eliza already at 186. So she would just need to get 5 on her first shot if Isaac were to strike out. Isaac crosses over. See, that lane just stymied him throughout the match. He went high in the second frame, left a 390, missed it. They left a pocket 710. Then he left, I believe it was a 7-pin or a 4-pin. And he struck in the 8th. Now he crossed over for the first shot in the 10th. All right. So now that Eliza has officially shut out Isaac, we're just fast tracking the 10th frame here. 184 for Isaac. Eliza will be in the 2s. All right, 214, 184 victory. Eliza Shirk over Isaac Erickson.
Okay. Ready? Okay, here. Let Daddy carry him down. And then you come down with me. We're going to hand him out, okay?
So both of the Isaacs are moving on.
Okay, PJBT bowlers and fans, time to give out our awards for round 1 of the finals. Finishing at 5th in the scratch division, receiving a $40 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Isaac Erickson.
Isaac Erickson finishing 5th.
Okay, and our 5th place finishers in the handicap division, getting a $40 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Mason Matrazo.
Mason Matrazo. 5th place in handicap.
Okay, bowling fans, on to match number 2.
All right, so upcoming events on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. Once again, our first telecast of the new decade, Sunday, January the 5th. Heasters in Reading. It is a 10:30 start time. The following Sunday, major number 6 on the PJBT calendar. Sunday, January the 12th from ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg, 10:30 start time. Then we have our next girls-only tournament. That is at Town and Country Lanes. That's Sunday, January 19th. So no PJBT regular tournament that weekend. So girls-only tournament number 7, Sunday, January 19th at Town and Country, 10:30 start time. Then, to round out the month of January, we have a 21 and under from Trindle, our usual spot to have a under 21. Sunday, January 26th, 10:30 start time. And then we have our Super Bowl major number 7, Sunday, February the 2nd at 2:22 Dutch. That usually basically kicks off the second half of the PJBT season. And then I believe the following Saturday, I believe February the 8th, we have a change of date, is the Girls Only Invitational. That will be held at East Lincoln Lanes. So that is the upcoming schedule on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. If you would like a copy of the schedule, you can download a copy at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. Also, if you are not following us on Facebook, just search PJBT Youth Information Page on Facebook and follow us. Basically, anything and everything that we do for the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour is posted there. Also, if this is your first time watching our stream and you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button in the upper right-hand portion of the screen. And if you like what you are watching and you have notifications turned on, you will be notified each and every time we go live. Is that Travis out there with PJBT TV? You kind of threw me off if that's you, buddy. All right, looks like we're just about ready to start match number 2. Francis Vitelli will be coming in, and Carter Strauss will be coming in. Take it away, Matt.
Okay, PJBT bowling fans, time to begin game 2 of our stepladder finals. On the scratch side, we have number 3 seed Francis Vitelli taking on number 5 seed Eliza Scherp. Francis has elected to have Eliza start the match on lane 5. On the handicap side, we have number 3 seed Carter Strauss taking on number 4 seed Isaac Carpenter. Carter has elected to have Isaac start the match on lane 7, and the difference in handicap is 19. Going to Isaac Carpenter. Hey, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our quarterfinal matches.
All right, off we go. It looks like our lower seeds will be starting the match. Eliza on lane 5 and Isaac on lane 7. Isaac will be getting 19 pins from Carter. 6 pin for Eliza. Isaac crosses over, leaves the 1, 3, 6, 10. I don't know what to tell you, Mr. TV. Or Mrs. TV. Ms. TV. Ah, wrestling. Eliza with the spare conversion. Isaac gets 3. All right, Francis Vitelli up on lane 6. Get our first look at him and our first look at Carter Strauss. Carter with his unique style. Solid 8 for Francis. Well, if you're going to leave one of them, you either want to leave it at the beginning or at the end of the match. Carter comes in high, leaves a 3 pin. Vitelli makes his 8 pin. Matthews to my right moaning.
That's what happens when you go to the gym yesterday. Okay. Okay, there we go. I wanted to get a chair. I'll be on my feet the rest of the evening. Okay.
Carter converts his spare. Vitelli up, frame 2. Gets the 10 out that time.
Did I hear solid 8 on the first frame? I missed
did.
that one.
And it was solid.
Oh, Carter gets the ever popular knot break where he had the 3-6-10 spare and the 6 falls out to leave the 3-10 baby split. So he'll look to convert. 4 pin for Eliza Shirk. Very interesting today, point out we bowled on the neon pattern. Neon pattern was the recreational pattern we bowled on today, and 2 honor scores today. Francis Vitelli during qualifying had a 298 game where he went 11 in a row and then just went a little light and left an 8-10 on his fill ball. And also Isaac Erickson, who got knocked out in that last match, he had an 11 in a row 290 during bowling today. And there's a strike for Isaac Carpenter. My astute assistant has come back.
Yes. All right, Carter Strauss did pick up his baby split. He's clean through 2. Isaac Carpenter open strike. Scratch side, all bowlers are clean. Eliza through 3 frames. Francis through 2. Carpenter up. That's a double for him.
Great shot there. Looked like a perfect shot. Ball set right at the break point, went right through. Early double for him in the match. No 8 pin that time.
Absolutely not. No chance to leave one there. Strauss comes in high, 4-7.
Very unconventional form there for Carter Strauss as he actually slides off the opposite foot.
That's 3 in a row for Vitelli. He takes an 11-pin lead. Carter with the spare. He's clean through 3. Well, tie. Show up for our majors, and if you make it to the finals, you get the gold pins. Carter Strauss with the strike in the fourth. Eliza, in her fourth frame, she came in high, left the 3-6, which she converts with ease. Isaac Carpenter looking for 3 in a row. He came in light, left the 1-2-8. Once again, our message board is live and operational. Should you wish to chime in, let me know what you're doing tonight to help bring in the new decade. You're on mute.
I'm going to tell the only joke that I've seen around town, and that is, starting tonight, we're all going to have perfect 20/20 vision.
That we are. Eliza came in light, left a 5-pin. So she's yet to duplicate her strikes from the last match. Isaac Carpenter, wraparound 10-pin.
Good shot, though, there. Very good shot. Eliza keeping the board clean, 4 spares and a strike.
Carpenter makes his 10-pin. Not so sure he thought he was going to make it there for a minute. Vitelli now up, frame 5, looking for 4 in a row, and that comes in light, and he leaves a 2-pin. Looks like he got the ball inside. And one thing about the neon pattern, there's a lot of oil in the middle of the lane. So that ball just kept going.
Yeah, that ball just seemed to go right through the break point, almost missing the head pin to the right. There's a great shot for Carter Strauss, just leaving the 10-pin. He looked like he had a pretty good angle on that shot, just no carry. Okay, so 21-pin lead for Francis Vitelli through halfway through the match of match number 2. Carter not able to make his 10-pin. So 84 in the 5th. Vitelli comes in a little bit light there. Seems like it's very touchy on 5 and 6. Got to make sure that you don't throw the ball through the break point. If you throw it through the break point, it's just going to keep sliding. Got that there.
All right, let's see what Carter could do. Frame number 6, working off of his first open. See if he can come back with something good. And he does not. He comes in high. 4, 6, 7, 10. So that match suddenly gets a lot closer. Vitelli does not make his spare. That match gets closer.
Carter Strauss looks like he'll have back-to-back opens here with the split. He gets 2, so he puts 92 in the 6th up. And Eliza able to walk through the door that Francis opened as she strikes. So one more strike and she will have the lead.
Yes.
Isaac in the pocket, leaves a 5-pin. Looked like one of my shots, no drive. 5-pin.
How is your bowling these days?
I think I'm averaging about 215, but that's on a house condition, and I don't know. I've been off. Today is Tuesday, so tonight would have been league night.
Yes.
But I've been off the last 2 weeks, so probably next week I won't know how to throw a ball anymore. But a good spare there.
Matthew bowls right out of this bowling center.
I do. Scarier part is most weeks, if Josh takes a week off, I'm bowling with 3 women. 2 of which are just learning and average a little over 100. Carpenter. Ball gets a little bit inside target, leaves a 4-7. And a spare for Eliza Shirk.
That spare keeps Vitelli in the lead by 8.
Yes, and he can extend it to 18 here with a strike.
Gave that ball a little more room.
Which he does. Yep, great shot. 55 viewers out there right now watching our live streaming finals. You're watching game 2 of the 4-game stepladder for the New Year's Eve Day Classic. We're at Strike Zone Alleys in Pottsville, PA. We have our semifinal and final matches coming up. So stay with us and tell your friends to tune in.
Carter Strauss coming off back-to-back opens. He leaves a bucket. That match has certainly turned around quickly.
Yeah, he just doesn't seem to be able to get the ball to the pocket. Telly puts up a clutch double. So that puts the pressure on Eliza now to probably post a double and try to keep pace. Carter makes his spare on the handicap side. There's a strike for Eliza. Francis on pace for around a 220. Eliza has to strike out to shoot 220s. So we still have a match here on the handicap side. I'm sorry, on the scratch side, rather. There's a good shot for Carter Strauss. Hopefully that'll help him get back on track. Let's see what Isaac does next. See if he can maintain his lead. Eliza leaves a 4-7 on the scratch side, so she's now going to need some help. Good spare there for Eliza, but now she can only max out at 208. One more strike here for Francis, and he will be in the 2 teens. Good spare for Isaac Carpenter. Carpenter pretty much needs to just maintain marks. Another shot through the break point. Blows right through the break point. Fortunate for Francis just to leave the 2-pin. So he will look to convert that, and he'll have a, if he converts, he'll have a 17-pin lead heading into the 10th frame. There's a strike for Isaac Carpenter. So on the handicap side, Carpenter goes spare strike. He'll shoot 190, and with his handicap 209, Carter Strauss can strike out for 202. So we still have a match on both sides here.
Vitelli just needs a mark.
Good shot there for Carter Strauss. Really needed that one, leaving the 10 pin. He'll look to convert the spare.
Telly will be moving on to face Dylan Zimmerman in the semis.
All right, and me and my assistant will get the awards ready.
Carter makes his 10 pin this time. So he could strike out for 182. Isaac Carpenter already at 179 with his handicap. Carter with the first shot, the 10th. And a spare conversion to finish his game at 215. Eliza leaves a flat 10. That is going to end Carter's day. All right, 172 for Carter Strauss. He'll finish 4th today. Good effort. And Isaac gets the 10 to go. $197 for Eliza Shirk. Isaac will shoot either 198 or 199. Scratch. Add another 19 with his handicap. So 218 to 172 for Isaac. That takes care of match number 2. So we'll hand out some awards, and then we will get ready for the semifinals.
Okay, let's go. Time for game 2. Drop them, okay? Don't drop them.
Okay, Billy fans, that concludes game number 2. Time to give out our awards. Finishing in 4th in the scratch division, getting a $50 scholarship, certificate, and award from this nice little lady helping me here. Goes to Eliza Shirk.
Eliza Shirk, 4th place finish.
And our 4th place finisher in the handicap division, getting a $50 scholarship certificate and award goes to Carter Strauss.
Carter Strauss, 4th place finish in the handicap division.
On to our semifinal match.
All right, we will be back for our semifinals. Hang with us. You are watching the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live from Strike Zone Alleys for our annual New Year's Eve tournament. Stay with us. All right, looks like we're just about ready for the semifinal action to come in. Take it away, Matt.
Okay, bowling fans, time to begin our semifinal matches. On the scratch side, we have number 2 seed Zimmerman taking on number 3 seed Francis Vitelli. Dylan has elected to have Francis start the match on lane 5. On the handicap side, we have number 2 seed Owen Schatzer taking on number 4 seed Isaac Carpenter. Owen has elected to start the match on lane 7, and the difference in handicap is 34 going to Isaac. Okay, bowling fans, that's a nice hand for our semifinal matches.
All right, off we go. Looks like Vitelli will be starting on the scratch side, and the number 2 seed Owen Schatzer will be starting on the handicap side. Isaac Carpenter will be getting 34 pins this game. And screen turned off there for a second. Good shot there by Owen and by Francis. Be interesting to see what Dylan does in this match. I was watching him during warm-ups, and he did not look comfortable at all. He tried a couple different balls, couple different lines. Didn't look like he found much. Isaac Carpenter started out with a strike. Seven count for Zimmerman. 2-4-8. And a double for Carpenter. And a double for Schatzer. Dylan makes his spare. Let's see what he could do. Frame 2, lane number 5. And let's see if Owen could make it the front 3 on lane 7. Don't think it's going to be too much longer. We're going to see Owen up in the scratch side. He throws a really nice ball.
Yes, Owen off to a good start with 3 in a row. See what Isaac can do, getting the 34 pins handicap. And there's a strike for Dylan Zimmerman. Six pin for Isaac Carpenter.
He'll try to convert that. In the meantime, Francis Vitelli up in the second frame, lane 6. He's looking to take an early 10-pin lead. Carpenter did make his 6-pin. Ten back for Vitelli.
Early double. On the handicap side, let's see. Isaac stays out of trouble, leaving the 3-pin. Good spare there for Isaac. Oh, ball comes up high for Vitelli, leaves 3-6-10. He'll look to convert his spare. It looked like he kind of thumped out of that ball, didn't come out of it smooth. I think he kind of lofted it a little bit, cut the speed down a little bit, and caused the ball to go straighter. Schatzer leaves a 7-pin. His first miss of the match. He'll look to spare it up. And Vitelli covers 3. But Owen does not cover his spare. So it'll be 87 in the 4th for Owen. And with the handicap, he trails by 25 through 4 frames.
And he gets to try again.
Looked like a pretty good shot. This ball just didn't finish all the way through. So he'll look to put the spare up this time. Meanwhile, Dylan Zimmerman, 10 back. That's a double for Dylan.
Now that's a sign of a good bowler. I don't know if you probably weren't watching him during practice, but I was, and he looked lost. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, as they would say in this area. And now he went, didn't throw a particularly good shot in the first, left a 2-4-8, but he converted that, and he learned from it, and he came back with a double. And he takes the lead with that shot. Isaac Carpenter, he strikes in the 5th, so he's clean through 5. And Zimmerman makes that 3 in a row. Carpenter gets the double. I know when you're bowling good and you're getting over 3 marks, you're really tough to beat.
Keeping the match pretty close and scratch. And there's a strike for Owen Schatzer. So he follows up his missed 7-pin, made 7-pin with a strike. Owen bowling well right now, but Isaac just keeping up pace with him. Isaac continues to lead, trying to win this match to get to the title match and walk the ladder today. Another great shot for Schatzer.
Looks like he adjusted a little bit in on those last 2 shots.
Certainly a good adjustment.
Absolutely.
So the winner of our handicap semifinal will take on Toby Zambra for the title. And the winner of our scratch semifinal will take on Sam Bortnick for the title today. In the New Year's Eve Day Classic, the 2019 edition. Strike Zone Alleys here in Pottsville, PA. And Isaac Carpenter, even though he missed his mark, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And he matches a strike there for 3 in a row. I think coming into this handicap match, Isaac knew that he needed to bowl good to beat a good bowler like Owen Schatzer, and he's certainly showing it this game. Meanwhile, on the scratch side, Zimmerman goes light, leaving the 2-4-5, so he'll look to convert his spare.
That ball definitely looked left off of his hand. And another strike for Carpenter, so that's 4 in a row, 6 out of 8 strikes. Keep striking, he can't lose. Six count for Schatzer. We'll use the bucket, the lefty bucket, the 3, 5, 6, 9. Zimmerman makes his spare. He was a little worried about that one for a little bit. has a 10-pin lead. Owen makes his spare. All right, so basically Owen in a must-strike situation here. He can still shoot 233 and get run over. Zimmerman with a strike.
Schatzer also with a strike. Nothing much you can do in Schatzer's situation, bowling really well, and sometimes you just get out bowled.
Yes.
Ooh, Vitelli did not like that one off his hand. Leaves the 2-4-8-10. Here's a strike for Isaac Carpenter, making it 5 in a row.
And he is off to the finals. If he goes off the sheet, he will shoot the very rare over 300 game with his handicap.
Oh, and he goes in pocket 8-10 in the 10th frame. Wow.
And that's the PA Fats kiss of death.
But he still will have enough to advance.
Yes. Vitelli goes back-to-back splits.
What a great game there for Isaac Carpenter, though. 234 scratch, 268 with his handicap. Big game there for him.
Need a score correction there. He threw at the Greek church. Ball went in the gutter, hopped out, and took 3 out of the 5 out.
All right, we'll fix that.
Really good 210 game there for Owen Schatzer. Most of the time that would be enough to move on. Zimmerman came in high. Left at 3-6-10. The finals on the handicap side will be Isaac Carpenter against Toby Zambra. On the scratch side, the winner of this match will be taking on Sam Bortnick. Zimmerman does not make his spare, but he will have a 26-pin lead after 7. Zimmerman now up in the 8th. Solid 10. So let's do the old Nelson Burton Jr. here. Francis Vitelli could strike out for 207. Dylan Zimmerman on a 203 pace. He could strike out for 223. So this is going to be two big shots coming up for Vitelli. And he strikes in the 8th. He comes up now in the all-important foundation frame 9th. He could put some pressure on Dylan with another strike. He comes in light. Pretty sure he liked it off of his hand. Just didn't quite pick up in time. Leaves a 2-8. Which he converts, so now he can only go out for 187. Once again, Dylan is on a 203 pace. All right, so Dylan now does not need to even mark. He just needs 8. And that's a winner. Go ahead, Francis.
Becky is going to give me a pink balloon because I gave her a free hot dog, and I'm not going to get.
All right, so we have our finals all set. Isaac Carpenter against Toby Zambra in handicap. And Dylan Zimmerman against Sam Bortnick in scratch. Should be two excellent matches. Both of the top seeds are lefties. .202 for Dylan. I'm going to venture to say he's going to need to shoot more than that in the finals should he wants to win. 173 for Francis, who was going along really good the first half of the game. He went double spare, strike spare, and then he kind of fell apart afterwards. Those back-to-back splits in the 6th and 7th did not help his cause, obviously.
Okay, you ready? Grab those awards. Let's go give them out. Hold them. Drop them.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our semifinal matches for today's PJBT. Finishing in 3rd in the scratch division, getting a $75 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Francis Vitelli.
Francis Vitelli, your 3rd place finisher today. Mom's up above me filming.
And finishing in 3rd in the handicap division, getting a $75 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Owen Schatzer.
Owen Schatzer, 3rd place today.
On to our title action.
All right, so we'll let our leaders throw a couple shots, and then we will be back for the finals. Hang tight. You are watching the New Year's Eve Classic from Strike Zone Alleys in Pottsville on the YouTube channel of the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. Stay tuned. Then they can see. Want some? Take them all.
I want the red.
Okay.
I go for the red.
Do I get a 5? With your other hand. Give me 5. No, I don't want the candy. I want 5. Silly goose.
Put your hand out. Put your hand out. Eat them.
I saved the red for last.
Let's steal one more and that's it. But it's only yellow.
So sorry you missed us today, Duck. We hope to see all of you at our next tournament to kick off the new year this upcoming Sunday from Heasters, 10:30 start time. Looks like Isaac will be getting 8 pins in this game. The winners will be taking home the $200 first place scholarship. Runner-ups will be taking home $100. Francis, move out of the way. You make a better door than a window. No offense.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our title matches for the New Year's Eve Day Classic presented by Kegler's Pro Shop for the PJBT. Our title match on the scratch side, top seed Sam Bortnick taking on number 2 seed Dylan Zimmerman. Sam has elected to have Dylan start the match on lane 5. On the handicap side, we have top seed Toby Zambra taking on number 4 seed Isaac Carpenter. Toby has elected to start the match on lane 7, and the difference in handicap is just 8 pins going to Isaac. Bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our title matches for today's tournament.
All right, off we go. Good evening there, Jarno from the Netherlands. What time is it out there? Are you in the new year yet, or are you still at the tail end of 2019? We still got a little over 7 hours here to go till the new year. All right, off we go to the finals. Toby Zambra up first. Once again, giving 8 pins in this match. He comes in light, leaves the 3-5. Dylan comes in high, 4, 6, 7, 10.
Okay, time for our title match.
Toby with the spare conversion. All right, Jarno, you got 1:15 left till the new decade. Jarno is from the Netherlands.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so we are off and running in our title matches. See if Toby Zambro on the handicap side can stop the Isaac train. Great shot there to start the match for Isaac, leaving the solid 8.
Yes, the 8 pin is trying to stop the Isaac train. Let's see what Bortman can do his first shot. Wearing the, I guess now you could almost call it a classic PJBT splatter jersey.
Yep. Picks up a strike to start the match. Good spare there for Isaac. Matching Toby.
I will say probably of all the designs that we came out with every year, probably that's the people's most popular design.
That was one of the favorites a couple of years ago. We've had some crazy colors over the years. Good shot here for Isaac. He trips out the 4 pin. Starts with spare strike, picks up right where he left off the last match. And Bortnick inside a target. Leaves the 4-7. Second shot for Toby Zambra. Not a bad shot, leaves a 5-pin. Ball just didn't drive all the way through.
I was watching him a little bit earlier today. You could definitely see his father's game in his, but Toby's going to be a lot better than his father.
Well, what does his dad average? Like 250?
Yeah.
That means Toby will have to average 260.
Yeah.
Good spare there for Toby.
Yeah, let's see here. Dad. Darren.
All right, now Dylan started with an open in the match. And that ball creeps up high, leaving the 6-pin. So he'll look to convert the spare. And third frame for Toby. Oh, he leaves the 5-pin again. Fortunate to just leave the 5-pin as he had the 5, 6, 10 there for a moment, but the 6 and the 10 tripped out, leaving just the 5. So he'll try to keep the board clean. Again, 8 pins handicap only separate Isaac and Toby. And on the scratch side, Zimmerman picks up his spare. So an early 12-pin hole for Dylan. And Toby makes the 5-pin. Keeps the board clean. 3 spares to start the title match.
And yeah, Zambra does average like around 250, but he bowls at Burks. You know, who doesn't average 250 at Burks?
I didn't average 250 at Burks. Good shot there for Isaac Carpenter, leaving the 10-pin. This is the title match of the 2019 New Year's Eve Day Classic for the PJBT. We got 70 viewers right now, so if your friends are not on watching the title match, tell them to turn it on. Bowling for the title here. Dylan leaves a 2-pin. Fortunate to just leave the 2-pin, and a missed spare for Isaac Carpenter. So he has 48 in the third, 56 with his handicap. And a better shot that frame for Isaac off the open. So puts a strike up in the 4th. Just noticed something. Our tournament leaders are both left-handed today.
Yes, they are.
Good spare there for Dylan. Still looking for his first strike of the match, though. Now Toby. Pretty good shot again, leaving the 6-pin right around the pocket. Oh, and now we have a problem.
Sam Bortnick with a strike. He has a 13-pin lead. He could increase it to 23 with a strike in the 4th. Sam gets that double. Takes a 23-pin lead.
Okay, the pin man set up the 6-pin on lane 8 for us that we lost there, so Toby will look to make the spare and keep the board clean. And he converts the spare, so good job for Toby. And we have a very close match.
Yeah, hold on a second. Stop him.
Why?
Toby should stay. Isaac.
Hold on. Toby should still be up. He's right. He only bowled 1 frame because of the... Hold up. Yep, Toby's going to be up in the 5th in just a moment. That delay kind of messed up the rotation there.
Yes.
So Dylan Zimmerman goes light, leaving the 2-4-8. So he will look to convert his spare.
That's going right.
And another 2-4-8 as Toby leaves a 2-4-8. So he'll look to keep the board clean. Dylan seems a little bit lost here in the title match.
Yeah, this is how he looked when he was warming up before his semifinal match.
Picks up the spare. And Toby picks up his spare. Nice job for Toby. So an all spare game so far for Toby.
Yes. He trails by 2 with Isaac getting 8 pins of handicap, but he can extend his lead to 12 here with a strike in the 5th, which he does not. Leaves a 4-pin.
Fortunate to lead the 4-pin there. It looked like a 4-7-10 split. Was able to trip out the 10 and then almost trip out the 4 and the 7, but the 4 stayed standing. So he'll look to convert his spare, and then with the handicap, he will be up by 2. Better shot there for Dylan Zimmerman, but leaves a 9-pin.
He made a huge adjustment. He moved right and threw the ball a lot harder. He didn't float it like you normally see out of him.
Oh, and a good shot there for Isaac Carpenter. Comes in a bit high, but he trips out the 4 and the 9 for another strike. So he's going to keep Toby honest here. Meanwhile, Dylan picks up his spare, and that makes 4 spares in a row. Still looking for his first strike of the match. Sam can really put some pressure on him with another double here and make it 4 in a row. Oh, good shot for Toby. Bring another spare. Shot there for Sam Bortnick, 3 in a row.
Not sure he liked that shot off his hand.
Yeah, I think he was concerned about that shot.
Yes.
But again, we aren't bowling on a sport pattern today, so ended up. And a good spare for Toby. Keeps the all-spare game going.
And he trails by 3 after 6. Let's see if he can get his first strike here.
Yes, and this shot is big for Sam Bortnick. If he puts up 4 in a row here, really puts pressure on Dylan to must strike going forward.
Seven pin.
7-pin. And a strike for Toby. So the spare streak ends in the 7th with a strike. see what Isaac can do. Isaac says he's going to follow him right up with a strike and put a double up.
So that actually extends his lead up to 13.
Well, now Dylan on the scratch side, down 46. Pretty much has no option here but to strike out and get a little bit of help. Isaac Carpenter, 3 in a row. Really putting the pressure on Toby here to strike. And a must strike for Dylan. Leaves a 4-pin.
Better shot.
Oh, great shot for Toby, leaving the quick wash 10-pin.
That kind of hurts. Your opponent has a triple stip up there on the board. You need that for a double. And you get unlucky like that.
Yeah, that was a tough break because that was a great shot. And he picks up the spare.
So he's clean through 8.
Absolutely. Dylan picks up his spare and now trails by 37 with 4 frames to go. Toby's got to keep plugging here. He can max out at 213. His opponent can max out 238 scratch, 246 with handicap. It's like a pretty good shot. Oh, and the
Another bad break.
ball went through flat, leaving the 7-9. That's a tough one. That ball just got to the hole and just did not drive.
Yes.
And Dylan gets the first strike of the match for him. All right, Toby puts up 160 in the 9th. Tough break for him. Carpenter can lock up the match with a strike here in the 9th. Goes light, leaves the 3-pin. I think he threw it through the break point there. Didn't get all of it as he wanted to. And for Isaac, goes light, leaving the bucket, 2, 4, 5, 8. So that's going to be an interesting spare.
Basically, he's just looking for a mark somewhere, either here or in the 10th. And right here he gets it.
Gets the mark, so
he's got, with his handicap, 172. So he's at 182 right now. So he's going to need 9 pins.
And 2 balls.
Yes.
To walk the ladder and win the title for today. There it is. So he completes the walk up the ladder.
Yes.
Isaac Carpenter will be your New Year's Eve Day handicap champion. All right, I'm going to get the paperwork ready, get my astute assistant to help out, hand out awards, and we will wrap this day up from here at Strike Zone Alleys
All
in
right.
Pottsville.
Bortnick got out the 7-pin in the 8th. So Zimmerman could still shoot 222. Bortnick on a 218 pace. So if Dylan strikes out, he would force Bortnick to double somewhere. But as you see, Zimmerman only has one strike in this game. And he crosses over, does not get out the 6-pin. Isaac Carpenter, 204 scratch, 212 with his handicap. We'll be interviewing him after this match. If you stand right there, you are. Similar to Francis Vitelli. Similar to Francis Vitelli, you make a better door than you do a window. Ten-pin for Zimmerman. All right, 169 for Toby. Really good game. Was right there. Had the strike in the 7th, got up in the 8th, and left one of those 10 pins where the 6-pin jumps right in front of it and doesn't take it out, then followed it up with a really good shot and left a 7-9. Those two frames were the turning point in that match. Very disappointing, but Toby should hold his head up high. All right, Zimmerman went spare. So now the best he could shoot is 191. Bortnick will be looking to mark somewhere. Let's see here. Actually, he doesn't even need to mark. Nope, just good count, and he will be your champion today. All right, and with that, Sam Bortnick officially is your champion today. All right, 227 for Sam Bortnick. tried to, you know, I gave her some Mike and Ike's to help, but, but no.
All right, I'm gonna go tip. Where's your hot dog stand? I'm gonna go with you a little tip. Here. Put that on your hot dog stand.
Is there anything at chocolate Sunday?
All right, Sam Bortnick with the 227-176 victory over Dylan Zimmerman. Hang loose, we'll give out awards and then have the bowlers back for interviews.
I think it's gonna be the Chacos one. More than likely, my brothers are gonna head up there.
Because I knew I'm like, which one do I want to go to?
Chacos is cheaper. More.
It is cheaper, but it's farther away. I don't know what I'm doing yet. See ya, bud.
Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our 2019 New Year's Eve Day Classic here at Strike Zone Alleys in Pottsville, presented by Kegler's Pro Shop. Finishing runner-up in the scratch division, getting a $100 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Dylan Zimmerman.
Dylan Zimmerman, your runner-up today. $100 into his scholarship fund.
Our runner-up finisher in the handicap division, getting a $100 scholarship, certificate, and award goes to Toby Zambra.
Toby Zambra, runner-up in the handicap division. $100 into his scholarship fund.
Okay, and our winner in the scratch division, receiving a $200 scholarship, certificate, and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Sam Bortnick.
Sam Bortnick, your champion today, $200 into his scholarship fund.
All right, and our winner in the handicap division, walking the ladder, getting a $200 scholarship, certificate, and first place acrylic plaque goes to Isaac Carpenter.
Isaac Carpenter, your champion in the handicap division today, $200 into his scholarship fund.
We'll get a picture with our winners, and we'll send them back for final interviews. And we thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Stay with us for final interviews. And then we wish everybody a Happy New Year. We'll see you next Sunday at Easter Lanes for our next PJBT.
All right,
Thank you.
I will set up the camera for some interviews.
All right, winners, Sam and Isaac. Stacy. Pepe, come on.
Isaac, come on back. Have a seat. All right, we are here with our handicap champion today, climbing the ladder from the 4th seed, Isaac Carpenter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Some really good bowling there in the finals. You threw 4 really good games. Especially that third game when you shot 230 something with an open in the 10th. If you struck out with your handicap, you would have shot more than 300. That's kind of rare. So what was the key today to bowling as good as you did and taking home the title?
You're not bowling against other people. You're bowling against yourself.
Who taught you that?
My coach.
Well, your coach is very, very intelligent because that's correct. It doesn't matter what your opponents do. It only matters what you do. That is correct. Who's your coach?
Brian Steigerwalt.
Well, he certainly knows what he's talking about. What equipment were you throwing today?
I used my Storm Intense as my spare ball because it fits me pretty well and I could just flat hand it. And then I used a Halo Vision.
Halo Vision. Good ball. All day?
Yeah.
What bowling center do you bowl out of?
Cypress Lanes in Heighton, PA.
Cypress Lanes. Know it well. So, is that Mom over there?
Yep.
Yep. So how are you going to celebrate your victory?
Probably eat.
Well,
go home and sleep.
You get sleep. Well, you're not going to be up to watch the ball drop, new decade?
Probably not.
Nah, probably not. Yeah, me either, probably. All right. Anybody you would like to thank for the victory today? Or anybody you want to say hi to? Of the millions and millions of people watching us right now, this is your chance to say hi to anybody you want to.
Probably my Nana if she's still watching.
Well, I'm sure Nana's still watching. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the $200 first place scholarship today. We'll let him get home. Isaac Carpenter, congratulations, my friend. We'll see you. You are now qualified for championship weekend down at Limerick. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, we are here with our scratch champion today, Sam Bortnick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
As my child was leaving after qualifying, he said to me, he goes, "You know Sam's winning." I said, "Okay." So I don't know if he just could see the true, the future, which if that's the case, I wish he would tell me what the lottery number is. Anyway, so congratulations on your win. What was the keys to success today for you?
Well, I started with 184 the first game on 1 and 2, but I was in the pocket pretty much every shot. So I just stuck with that, just made a ball change and was in the 240s pretty much for the next 4 games. And then, I was pretty I won all 3 matches in match play. One between me, Francis, and Dylan, 1, 2, 3. It was all pretty close. Luckily, I was able to get the 1 seed. And, the left is always really good, but I think especially today, I think it was as much of an advantage as I've ever seen because I was the only lefty that made match play for scratch, and I just had the lane to myself pretty much the whole day.
That certainly helps. So did they break down much at all for you?
Not really. It was just finding a ball to throw that would carry. I knew every ball I had, I probably could have thrown. It was just finding the one to carry.
Got ya. So what are you doing with yourself these days now that you're in college? First off, where are you going to college?
I'm at Purdue.
Purdue, very good school. Very expensive, Dad. Yeah. What are you doing out in Purdue?
I don't bowl much anymore. I'm bowling more this year. It's maybe a few games a week, but besides that, I'm playing a lot of sports, and I rushed a fraternity this semester, which I love.
What are you majoring?
I'm pre-law.
Pre-law?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Law at Purdue. Usually, when I know people that go to Purdue, it's usually for engineering.
Yep.
They're pretty top-notch engineering
Yep.
school. All right. So, who would you like to thank or say hi to? Or
I'll thank you first because
thank you.
I had a lot of people watching me, and without you, obviously there wouldn't be any telecast. I'd like to thank my mom for watching, my grandparents in Florida, my grandma in New Jersey, the area group chat that I have with my friends at Purdue, and Zach Singer specifically also, and then a few of my friends also watching back home.
Got ya.
And also my dad for driving me.
Oh, yes. It's a good thing you thank Dad over there. Dad's a good guy. All right. Well, so how are you going to celebrate tonight? You going to?
I'm probably going to fall asleep pretty early. And, I'm going to Florida tomorrow to visit my grandparents, so I have an early flight.
Got ya.
Yeah.
Got ya. When do you go back to school?
the 11th.
Yep. Sounds familiar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the $200 first place scholarship prize today, and title number
I think 5.
5. And he's now qualified for championship weekend, so we will definitely see you at the beginning of June.
Yep.
Sam Bortnick, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring Matthew in here. Would you turn the camera a tad bit?
Turn it a tad bit.
Turn it like that way.
Which way? This way?
That way. Other way.
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So we'll get us a little more in the middle here.
Oh, gosh. Give me a minute.
Take your time. You're old.
Okay. Okay, so Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's event. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
And we hope to see you. Oh, no, wait. The better half is here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we hope to see everybody next Sunday. This coming Sunday will be our next PJBT. We'll be at Heaster Lanes in Reading starting at 10:30. And the following Sunday is our 6th major of the season at ABC East Lanes in Harrisburg on January 12th. So, all right, everybody. Have a great Happy New Year. Can you wave to everybody? Wave to everybody.
Safe, happy, and healthy, everybody. We will see you this upcoming Sunday.
Yepper. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye.